This is Sarah Cohen coming at you from Mile High. I go to Sherman College, and you're watching IFCO-TV.
Wow.
Oh,
I hope
my
you had your
goodness.
5-point seatbelt on for that one. That is amazing. I tell you, every time I see him, I just want to leave wherever I'm at and go start seeing more people.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Yeah, it makes you feel like, okay, you're seeing a lot of people, but you're not seeing no one.
That's right.
He's sharing chiropractic.
Forward.
Liam, who do we have coming up next?
We have coming up next another phenomenal guest. He's dressed in a sharkskin suit today. We're very excited to have him. His name is Dr. Neil Cohen. He is, of course, the Executive Vice President of Sherman College of Chiropractic, located in the center of the chiropractic universe in beautiful Spartanburg, South Carolina, at the foothills of the Smoky Mountains, which I got to tell you, if you haven't been down there, it is phenomenal. You want to be at one with nature, with powerful,
Paradise.
positive, visionary missionaries of chiropractic. This is the place to be. You heard Dr. Schiffman talk wonders about it. This guy makes it happen with Dr. Edwin Cordero, El Presidente. Dr. Neil Cohen, please join us here on the program. We're so happy to have you. What a pleasure to see you this morning, my friend.
Thank you, Dr. Schubel.
Thanks
Dr.
for joining
Hahn,
us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks for
come on
having
in,
me.
have a seat.
So, folks, if you're just joining us, we are broadcasting live from Mile High, city of Boulder, Colorado, here in Colorado, United States of America. Welcome. We're happy that you're joining us from around the world. And, of course, Executive Vice President of Sherman College of Chiropractic, Dr. Neil Cohen, to my stage left. To my right, Dr. Frankie Hahn, the founder of IFCO Television and also known as the Screening Ninja. Myself, Dr. Liam Schubel, I am the Vice Chairman of the Board of Trustees at Sherman College of Chiropractic, of which Dr. Cohen is doing a phenomenal job. I've got to tell you, you heard Schiffman raving about how great the school is. Here's one of the huge reasons, along with El Presidente and the staff that you have and the students that you have. What a support system you have over there.
You know what? I think Dr. Schiffman was so inspired and passionate because of the vision Sherman has and the mission Sherman has. Can you share with the audience a little bit about that?
Well, I would love to, and thank you for having me. I really appreciate that. It's always a pleasure to talk about a college that I love so much, Sherman College, and our vision is to bring chiropractic to the world. That's our vision. Our mission is very simple. We're here to guard the sacred trust. By guarding the sacred trust and protecting the 33 principles, we're ensured that chiropractic will survive. We want to produce highly skilled chiropractors that are going to go out into the world and change their community just with their hands.
Wow.
And you have some exciting initiatives, Dr. Neil, that actually put that into practice, because there's so many schools that talk that kind of a talk, but when you go to the walk, they're actually crawling. You have some exciting things going on at Sherman College that are actually producing the highest quality and caliber and ethical and moral caliber as well, chiropractic student. Tell us a little bit about some of those initiatives that you have.
Well, one of the things that we have, and God is just so good, He's opened so many doors for us. We've been able to do a capital campaign recently where we actually were able to raise enough money to get 10 adjusting simulators on campus.
That is amazing. I've never seen anything like that. Could you explain a little bit about what those adjusting simulators are?
Well, the adjusting simulators it's two parts. There's the hardware and the software. The software is from Titronics. The hardware was developed by upper cervical doc, Dr. Andy Forelli.
Oh, he's so phenomenal.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Right.
He's just got a heart for developing masters.
Master. He's a master at what he does and passionate.
But what he wants to do is he wants to reproduce himself. He wants to develop more masters.
Right.
And by getting this instrument together for us, we're able to use a computer screen to determine if a chiropractic intern or student is delivering a proper upper cervical adjustment, whether it be a knee chest or a toggle. Rather than toggle somebody into the basement, as BJ talked about, we know that toggle has a second component. It's called recoil.
Right.
And so you have to be able to recoil. And this, through the computer, will tell us whether it was a properly performed adjustment or not. So that's one of the initiatives that we have. Through that same campaign, we also are developing a new student clinic, new tables. It's going to be just off the hook. I know, Frank, when you were there, Dr.
Right.
Frank, things were not quite as up to date. We're updating the student clinic. It's going to be awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
And we just did a big fundraiser too, didn't we?
that's right, for the
Yeah.
student
Yeah,
clinic.
Yeah, that's the capital
That's
campaign
the
I was
capital
talking
campaign
about.
thing. And you know, Dr. Cohen, you mentioned something that's very important. You talk about when Dr. Frank was there back in the early 1850s. You know, I remember going to Sherman College probably 20, 25 years ago and just saying, gosh, this looks like a dilapidated high school. You know, and by the way, the principal was alive. I mean, it was a powerful place, certainly, to learn. The information that was being taught within those walls was phenomenal. But you've done that now and combined it with a glorious campus, really an inspiring place to be on. Tell us a little bit about some of the changes that people would see if they came. Because I was at that last Sherman Lyceum, and it was just so powerful to be able to walk around and see all the wonderful things that you've done at the school. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, one of the things that we've done is we've created a brand new bookstore.
Wow.
In the Olson building, which
Right.
we used to have some old gym equipment. We've taken that out and we've turned that into a modern retail
It's
bookstore.
beautiful. I was down there at Lyceum
Thank
as
you.
well.
And you know what you see in that bookstore that you don't see in most other chiropractic schools?
I do.
What
I
is
do.
that?
It's called Green Books.
That's right. You actually see books on chiropractic in
You
there, right?
actually see Green Books.
That's
You know,
right.
it's kind of novel to go into a chiropractic bookstore,
amazing.
not see medication, and see Green Books.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Not see medication. Right. At some schools, you'll see aspirin and asthma inhalers. But
That's a whole nother story.
a whole different ballgame. But that's the thing that I love about Sherman College. And I want you to go a little further in those things. But while I got it on my brain, I think this is important for our audience to hear. You know, when Dr. Edwin Cordero took over and then hired you on as the
Executive
vice president, I'm so excited with your term, right? When he took that over, he did something, by the way, that most other college presidents said, okay, he's out of his mind. He has no experience in higher education. This will never work. You know, the naysayers, zero vision, these folks had. And he came on and he drew the line in the sand. He said, anything that's not chiropractic, we're not going to be entertaining on this campus. No matter how much soft money, PAC money that they want to throw at us, we are going to maintain the line here. And as you said, guard the sacred trust. And they said, you're nuts because you need money to do all this kind of thing. Tell us kind of what happened when he did that and how people stepped up to support the principal.
Well, it was actually amazing, and it took a lot of guts,
Sure
a lot
did.
of courage to do what he did, because a lot of that soft money was at that time supporting the school. And, it's either you're all in or you're not in at all. And he understands that, and so do I. So when you draw that line in the sand, when you understand that guarding the sacred trust means guarding it well and doing the best job possible to ensure that the 33 principles are what animate a chiropractic institution, you have to do that. You cannot speak out of both sides of your mouth. And what happened after that is people started stepping up. People started really stepping up and saying, you know what? We can see where Sherman College is going. It's looking to protect, preserve, and promote this wonderful principle. It's taken a couple of guys who are young, probably didn't know any better. We're not really academics. We never were taught how to run a chiropractic college, and we're going to go in there and we're going to just blow it up. And with the help of God and with the help of an incredible staff, we've been able to do that. And I'm just so grateful that Dr. Cordero had the courage to do what he did when he first got there.
Now, Doc, how did that affect enrollment?
Well,
Frankie, that's a good question.
Is it?
it's
Because, but excuse me, just
please,
one
yes, I'm
side.
gonna follow
I
up.
just want to let you know that to preamble this question that Frank's asking. When I first came on the board at Sherman College of Chiropractic, we were entertaining, the board was entertaining discussions about being bought out by another chiropractic college. That's how bad we were. We were having to make contingency strategies to close the school, Frank. That's how bad things were. Then comes in this person with no experience at all in running a chiropractic college, no experience in academia at all, Dr. Edwin Cordero. Then he does something that no other president at any chiropractic college has ever done, said, if it ain't chiropractic, it ain't going to be on my campus. I don't care how much money you're giving us. So now we're going, oh my goodness, what's going to happen now? And what happened was, we have now the largest amount of regents that we've ever had in the history. Now, regents, for those of you who don't know, are folks who financially, on a regular basis, contribute to the school. And I think to join as a regent, I think it's minimal. It's
like $83 a month.
That's right. So we have a tremendous amount of people because they said, wow, here's a place that is not accepting all this soft money and confusing the chiropractic message. This is the future that we want. Let's step up and support that. Here's the leadership that we want. Let's step up and support that. Highest amount of regents, right, in the history of the school. We have the highest level of President's Circle members, which, by the way, that's not an easy group to get into financially.
Right.
And tell us about some of the other things we have as far as enrollment. What happened? We went from how much to how much?
Well, you know, before I even tell you that, I want to just reiterate what you said. You know, when Dr. Cordero got there, he wasn't handed a golden goose. He was handed a goose that maybe didn't have any feathers on it. And he made some tough decisions. And at the time that he got there, I believe we were at about 163 students.
That's right.
And Sherman College, I'm proud to say, is the fastest growing chiropractic college in the universe right now.
Wow.
We are going to, in our next quarter, we're going to hit, get ready for this, 426.
Oh my goodness.
And that's in less than 3 years. And, you know, part of the reason why that's happening is because of the unrestricted money that we do receive from our regents, our President's Circle members, because it allows Dr. Cordero and myself to divide and conquer. We can come to a great place like this, Mile High in Boulder, Colorado, and really be able to put Sherman on the map. People didn't know who Sherman College was. And now we go to places out in the West and they're just finding out who we are. So we're developing, and you know about this, we're developing a brand.
That's right.
And our brand is this, it's chiropractic.
Imagine that.
It's just amazing how you can be in a chiropractic college that has a brand called chiropractic. I'm just loving that because that's all I know anyway. I don't really know anything else. I don't know about backpack safety. I'm not really that good at it. I would wear it in the front. That would be safer to me.
And that is something, and you know, I think that deserves even more emphasis than what you're giving it, because your staff has done a phenomenal job. I saw Dr. Margie Roldan, or doctor, I call her Dr. Roldan out here.
She likes that.
And she's visiting Sherman graduates, by the way, who haven't heard anything from Sherman College in 20, 30 years. And they're saying, wow, I didn't know about all this. You mean Sherman College is being true to the principle? Well, I'll step up and get involved. And you've been traveling, you and Dr. Cordero have been traveling like nobody's business. You've been out to, you know, the West Coast, which, by the way, when I first, again, got on the board, our marketing strategy was these 5 states is where we've traditionally had people, so we're just going to focus on these 5 states. My second board meeting, Dr. Cohen, I brought the map of the world and said, hey, listen, we got to get it out here, folks. And you came in with the vision of bringing chiropractic to the world. And so now what's happening is you folks are traveling all over the world and connecting people. We have now the greatest amount of ROAR members. Now, ROAR is an acronym for Reach Out and Recruit.
Exactly.
Can you talk a little bit about that program and how it's exploded and why?
Well, Reach Out and Recruit is where doctors, they really invest nothing. They just say that they want to support chiropractic. They want to send kids or people to chiropractic college, and Sherman is on their list.
Right.
And we invite people to come to Sherman College, really get a pulse for the college. We have something we do 4 times a year called Showcase Sherman, where it's a 2-day event. If you have 45 college credits, you're eligible to come into the college. We put you up for a couple of days. We pay your way to the college.
Wow.
Usually you bring family members. We do leadership training. They go to a palpation class. They go to a philosophy class. We show them around Spartanburg, show them the apartments. They really get a feel for what the college is about. And, you know, I always say this, and it reminds me of that old movie, that Jerry Maguire, where she says, you had me at hello.
Yeah.
You get to Sherman College and you forget about the walls. You forget about some of the aesthetics, which, by the way, we're changing. And I can't talk too much about that, but next year is going to be a big year for Sherman College.
Awesome.
And you really just, it's a special place to be. But getting back to the world, let's talk about that for a minute. Would you mind?
Great, I'd love it.
Dr. Cordero has been able to set up agreements in 3 universities in Puerto Rico.
Wow.
So we get to Puerto Rico, or he gets to Puerto Rico fairly often, and we do student recruitment there. What better place to go to recruit students? Everybody is vying for the students in the United States. And Puerto Rico is part of the United States, but nobody's going there. So they're eligible for student assistance.
Right.
They're having a hard time getting into their colleges because
Mm-hmm.
they're limited with the amount of students that they accept. We're getting 4.0 students wanting to come to chiropractic college,
Mm-hmm.
and literally, historically, it's going to change the island.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. The more Sherman grads we get there, the more people get under chiropractic care.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of that, we have Costa Rica. Costa Rica is it's a country with 5 million people. Only
Wow.
14 chiropractors in Costa Rica.
Unbelievable.
Really? Oh my
And
goodness.
we just signed a deal with Unibe University where they're going to start a chiropractic program.
Wow.
And our vision is when this gets rolling, and everything we do has to be very strategic. It's not like when you're in your office and you could just make a decision and tomorrow you decide you want to go to Hawaii. We
Yeah.
don't do it that way. In academia, things are a little bit different.
Mhm.
But when this thing is fully implanted, we would like to see our interns going down there in their last quarter,
Right.
being able to take care of the Costa Rican people
Mm-hmm.
and learning Spanish. And how would you like to have
Wow.
that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you know, not only you'd like to see it, this was the thing that I found impressive, and Dr. Swerlick talked about this, you know, the marketing technique of
Mhm.
getting people to desperately want what it is that you have. Not only do you want to see that for Costa Rica, but we had the high-level visit of some huge dignitaries from Costa Rica at Sherman Lyceum. And they, at a side, talked to me, and they said, we need to get, I mean, listen to this. This is what they're saying to us. We need to get this to the people of Costa Rica. They want to have eventually Sherman, you know, be involved with the public health system down there, and have doctors, because they have a socialist system down there where
Right.
where people can go in and get free drugs and free treatments and all.
Right.
And they want to have chiropractic as an option for the people down there. They want that.
Could you imagine they have this socialized system?
Yeah.
No chiropractic available within the socialized system. Could you imagine if everybody under their system was able to see a chiropractor for whatever was going on? Because we know that chiropractors don't treat any of those diseases.
Right.
Right.
We locate, analyze, correct vertebral subluxation, and allow the body to express life. And by expressing life, people get better.
Mhm.
And that's just what chiropractic does. Can you imagine introducing that to a country?
Right.
And that would, to me, I'm just so excited about that. I'm just so pleased to be a part of that.
You know, also, you folks have not been ignoring Asia. There was an initiative and a trip to China. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened there? Because, you know, probably one of the largest populations in the world, and Sherman College is there, right there.
Well, as you know, in China, they practice traditional Chinese medicine.
Right.
And they do some form of manipulation, but it's not specific.
That's right.
And when they saw what we did, they just literally went off the hook.
You were VIPs over there. They gave you the full royal treatment.
Well,
I mean,
I didn't get a chance to go, but Dr. Kevorkian,
yes, the chairman of the board of trustees.
right? Dr. Cordera
Mhm.
and Dr. Bob Irwin and our Dr. George Liu
Yeah.
went over to China, and they just love the principle. They want us. So we've got a future with China as well.
Nice.
And right now, what we're doing is we're getting some of their teachers over to Sherman College. We have several of them now, where they're actually teaching at our college, and they're just incredible people.
Wow.
Incredible. We even have students coming over, so
Nice.
it's just awesome.
You know what I hear is a common theme throughout this weekend is, and it's ironic. You know, this profession, when you tell the chiropractic story, when you talk about the principles of chiropractic, when you talk about the big idea, people want us. People want us. People want us. That's what I keep hearing. You know, Costa Rica, when you don't water it down with all these other great things for health. I mean, there's all phenomenal things you can do for your health besides chiropractic. But when you focus on a specific message of this is what chiropractic is, this is what we do, and it's unique, distinct from anything else that people can have as an option for their health, they want it.
Well, you know, let me just be real candid.
Yeah.
We have a special group of people in Principled Chiropractic. We have a special message. And most of chiropractic outside of the principle is trying to change the message. And I believe the message has to change us, because that message is so powerful. When you work with the greatest power in the universe, we work with a power that science has not even been able to quantify.
Right.
Why can't we talk about that? It's intangible. Innate intelligence is intangible, but it's real. It's so real, and people have a core understanding of that because they know that the body heals itself. What we have to do is we have to continue to teach them that the body can heal itself, because literally society has robbed them of the belief that the body can heal itself. They don't understand above, down, inside out. They understand outside in. Literally, it's a brainwashing. Literally, people are asleep. But when you have this message, you can wake people up. And those people that wake up, they have a better life. There's no question about it. And that's what Sherman wants to do. We want to create chiropractors, go out there with this special message so people can have a better life.
Leading from the top down, Dr. Neil Cohen, Executive Vice President of Sherman College. Hey, do the administrators at your school speak like this guy? I mean, absolutely phenomenal. There's no question as to why, you know, Dr. Frankie Hahn, I hire associates from all over the world, and when I have the privilege to have a Sherman graduate as an associate, all my time is saved because I don't have to spend 3 to 6 months unbrainwashing them. They know exactly what it is. They know who they are. They know what they do, and they know why. And it's very much thanks to the administration, Dr. Edwin Cordero, Dr. Neil Cohen, and the phenomenal staff that you have. The faculty are bar none the best in the world. The students that you choose, you know, Sherman's selective with the students that they choose.
Very selective.
And that whole thing creates this environment of people on the mission. And I must say, it's been an honor and a privilege to speak to you today, Dr. Cohen, and we very much appreciate you coming here, supporting Mile High, supporting IFCO. We've talked about some exciting initiatives between Sherman and IFCO this weekend, which we'll be announcing at some later date, and joining us on IFCO television to share this message to the world. Because I got to tell you, Dr. Cohen, as you know, there are so many people watching this around the world that are in chiropractic college and they're not getting the message, yet they're paying a lot of money to not get the message. And there are a lot of people around the world that are struggling as to where do I send students to get the idea of chiropractic, to be certain in what they do as chiropractic so that they can be successful in delivering the chiropractic goods. How can people get in touch with you and Sherman College if they're interested?
Well, it's really easy. You can email me at ncohen@sherman.edu. I answer all my emails. You can email Dr. Cordero at ecordero@sherman.edu, and we'll be happy to take care of you. We have a beautiful enrollment department headed by Christy Shepard, and you could email her at kshepherd@sherman.edu. It's easy to get a hold of us. We are just so, you know, you thank me, and it's really funny to be thanked for something you love so much. This is just an honor and a privilege to be able to promote and preserve what God has given to us, this beautiful thing called chiropractic. I'm so grateful to you guys. Thank you for having me on.
And thank you for leading the students too. I know it's a challenge, it's a tough job, but it's really worth it.
Absolutely. But, you know, they're under a lot of stress, and you just got to, you know, kind of sometimes hold their hand and let them know that, you know, this is not the end of the tunnel. There's light. And
we were all in their shoes at one time. And
absolutely. We know.
Thank you, Dr. Cohen.
My pleasure.
Love you, appreciate it.
Love and appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Be well. Enjoy Mile High.
I will. Thank you.
Wow. So first we got Shipman. Now we got Dr. Neil Cohen. This is absolutely phenomenal. Folks, if you are just joining us, you got to watch these replays when you get a chance. And please, if you're watching us at home, don't be selfish. Share this on social media right now and tell people about IFCO-TV. IFCO.TV, right?
IFCO.TV.
IFCO.TV.